I'm always the type of person where I do one thing. I want to get this ant out of here. Where I do one thing and then I start doing something else. But I did want to share this with you all this morning. I know this is impromptu, so I'll make sure that I leave this up so that you can catch the replay. But first of all, sunshine. Okay, sunflower, do your thing. This is the first sunflower bloom in the garden. And let me tell y'all about this sunflower. I know for about 4 or 5 days, it kept peaking. And I'm like, will you please just go ahead and bloom already? So it finally bloomed. These are some of the miniature sunflowers that we started from seed. And I know they're going to be beautiful because um, they are they have multiple heads on them, like multiple sunflower heads. So I know that this is going to be amazing. And then we also have some that's called like a elves blend where they don't get really tall. We have those growing on the other side of the garden. But this is what I'm so super excited about is finally one of the sunflower heads have bloomed. But the purpose of me coming out here this morning is I actually picked this zucchini. I think I let it get a little bit too big, but I'll saute that today with like some onions and mushrooms. I always come out in the morning time, around about this time or a little bit earlier, and I pick a lot of the calendula. I think I'm going to start another round of that because this is starting to get a little bit, you can tell it's getting tired. The blooms are not as big as I keep cutting and growing. And some of them are kind of dying out. But I've been trying to collect the seeds. But what I like to do when I collect seeds is wait till it gets brown like this on the plant. So I'll take that one because a lot of them stay green. I mean, you could still collect them and possibly lay them out and let them dry, but I like to let them stay on the plant as long as possible. So we've been collecting seeds on that, but I'll start a whole new round of calendula towards the fall months because it's more of a cooler weather plant for us. So we'll get those started inside and kind of let them grow on. And then maybe towards the end of August into the fall, then we'll let them grow again. Probably not today because I have a few things on my list that I really need to get done in the garden. I knocked out a lot of things yesterday, which I'm super excited about. But it seems like I didn't put the dent in there that I wanted to. So I really need to come in and harvest some of this pineapple sage. But for now, we're just going to leave it and let it grow. They've been teasing me with the red blooms. I'll go over the other side because this is nasturtium that's growing with it. But I'm ready for those red blooms to come so that I can see all of the hummingbirds that come along with it. I should have taken out this cilantro plant, but I always see some of like, I don't know if you can see it through the camera, but the bees and the pollinators love this. And now it's starting to make the coriander seeds. So I just may let this stay just because I really don't know what I want to put in this area when I pull the calendula because this is really like my herb garden section. So, and we already got bee balm growing. So I'm not sure what I want to put, but let me show you. So these are the little um, pineapple sage sends up, and they've been teasing me. You can see them forming on here, but once they do come, they are going to be like full of the red blooms. And again, the hummingbirds absolutely love it. But the nasturtium loves growing with everything as well. This is not a trailing one, but it just seems to do its own thing. So we'll let that stay too. But the curry plant, I don't know if it's not getting enough light or things are taking over it. It's not doing so well, but I am going to move these strawberries. But the curry plant, it really smells good, but it's not doing as well as I thought. I'll probably try to come and trim it up. And that's what I say, y'all. Hello, Isaiah. How are you? He's like, can you say hi, Isaiah? Hello, Isaiah. But I'm going to trim this up because I do see some new growth. But y'all know I show you the good, the bad, the ugly that's going on in the garden. The bee balm, I'm waiting for this to bloom as well. But I'm just doing a morning walk. I'm gonna try to get some things knocked out today to see if I can start. My thing is I need to stop just buying plants. That I mean, I'll be honest with y'all. I need to stop it. I feel like if I can stop it long enough, then I will be able to then I'll be able to go ahead and try to get a lot of these things knocked out, get the pollinator garden planted. But I did just want to share with you all my first sunflower bloom, and we just did like a little light harvest this morning. I've been harvesting these. Oh, I need to check the other one. These lavender, so that I can make like little lavender sachets that you can put up under your pillow. And then we're gonna use this today. Uh, y'all know I put that short on here about my tomatoes. I'm gonna let these make it in the house because I did just cook breakfast. And then we got some strawberries that are, coming. They're still coming, but I really need to clean up that area. So that's why I said I got a lot of things that I need to do. Happy Sunday, Shirley. How are you? I'm going to go and check I'm gonna go check this lavender plant too. And I need to get some other lavender, some things potted up. I got two big, it's something with Bubba in there. I don't know if it's Big Bubba or Little Bubba. It's somebody, but two okra plants I need to find out where to put because I'm not an okra lover. I just grow it for my mom and my daughter. We got two already right here, and we got one that, y'all see I got my diatomaceous earth on here. I'm not sure what's going on with that one. If it seems to not keep doing that, I may just pop one of the other ones in there. This lavender plant, sometimes it gets tricky, and I gotta watch. I really have to watch where I'm stepping because we're finally getting our green beans to germinate. It was supposed to rain last night, so I didn't put any diatomaceous earth on there because I gotta be careful for the simple fact that when they're little seedlings like this, I told y'all we have a really bad slug problem that sometimes they come and eat them while they're small. So I'm going to look at the weather, see if we got some rain coming, and go ahead and put the diatomaceous earth on there. But y'all remember the other day I went live, and remember I said you gotta keep the area moist so that they can germinate. And so just overnight, because it was only two, they are starting to germinate. Good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday, y'all. Good morning, Willie. So we got those germinating, but these are like tricolored beans. I know that I put, they're like a yellow, a green, and a purple bean. And we just gonna see what's gonna be what because I wanted to get some things planted, Shirley. I wanted to get a lot of things planted, but I still got some more. But I always come to this lavender plant right here because you gotta be, it's like a certain time that's great for harvesting them. And then if you don't harvest them quick, then they'll go too far. So I like to harvest them at the stage I just showed you in my basket. But we still let the bees and everything pollinate that. And I still have a few more. So we're growing two different types of lavender. One is like an English lavender, one is a French. I gotta look it up because I forgot which one was which. But these right here, in my opinion, are more stronger and more fragrant when it comes to like the lavender smell. But I do make little lavender sachets with it, and I also use it for tea. But although these stems are shorter and smaller, to me they're more pungent, in my opinion. Florida is in the house. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. And so that's what we're going to do today. I'm just going to try to, oh, this is cool. So I cut some lemon verbena the other day. And look, y'all see how it's making like new leaves? So I think I need to get to cutting some more. I was trying to water propagate this plant. It started doing really well. And then all of a sudden, it just limped over. So I may have to look and see what's the best way to propagate lemon verbena because this one is doing really well here. And I'm also going to cut back this oregano. I don't want it to flower, so we'll cut that back. But just a nice little harvest this morning of some of our calendula, y'all. I've ran totally out of the wood chips to continue to line, so I think I'm going to have to. That's kind of on the bottom of my list, but I will contact like one of the local landscape companies and see if they can come. And I'm not good when it comes to measurements, like when they say half a yard, a yard. So uh, maybe I'll get somebody to just start somewhere, and either we have too much or not enough. We'll just see. But the we got just a little small harvest this morning of our cherry tomatoes, some calendula that I'm using for calendula salve, and a few strawberries and zucchini. But I'm not gonna let it get this. I'm not gonna let it get this big again. But the real thing that made me happy this morning was this sunflower bloom. Finally, y'all. I'm serious. Y'all don't know. All this week, I'm like, will you open up already? Will you please open up? And so it opened up, and then we still have some tomato plants growing, and I'm happy to report, y'all. I'm still gonna put a little bit more diatomaceous earth on there, but I think they're leaving my Armenian. No, look, that wasn't there last night. Oh, if they could just leave them alone long enough. But I think they'll. I'm hoping they'll be okay. Now this was not there last night, and it's like they come in the night. And again, the reason why I didn't um, put diatomaceous on there, but you can see it on here, is because it was supposed to rain. And the thing about diatomaceous earth is, a lot of times when it rains, then you have to reapply it. So I'm just hoping it gets big enough, but they don't seem to be bothering these back here. So if they leave those alone, maybe I'll just kind of either move these up there, because we had some right here that they took down. So we'll see. I'm gonna have some Armenian cucumbers this summer. I mean it. If I gotta start some and then put them out a little bit later, that's what I'm gonna do, y'all. I'm going to probably make a video here between today and tomorrow, a new type of cucumber that we're going to start from seed, and then we're just going to let it stay in the cell trays until they get a little bit bigger, and then we'll go ahead and place them where they need to go, because that's what I did with. I thought they would be okay, but I guess the snails and the slug kind of go up. But that's what I did with these cucumbers over here, is I started them in cell trays, and these are I actually can pick these. So have y'all heard of like the piccolini cucumbers? So you can harvest them at different stages, but they're really supposed to be like this stage, but you can let them go on a little bit. But we have been getting really good pollination. Some more is coming on, but that's what I did with these. I started them in these cell trays right here. I started them in a little bit bigger cell trays, these right here, and then I just had them like outside on the patio, kind of up, and I finally planted them once they got, like big enough to where they could sustain all the snails and the slugs. So we got those planted. So I think I'm gonna have to do that with the new variety of cucumbers that I'm going to plant. And I have to put on my list as well, I have got to, first part of this week coming up, no later than Tuesday, I've got to make pesto, because last night I was on live and I was picking off these, because I don't want the plant to go to seed. And when you start seeing that, they're probably about to go to seed, and sometimes they can put a lot of energy into making seeds, and so it'll change your taste of the basil. And when I say change the taste, it may not be as pungent, because these smell so good, like just standing by them. So it might not be as potent, and I like potent, as you would like, but yeah, okay, so I'm not gonna start doing that. So no later than Tuesday, I'm gonna do a big chop, and I just take it down. I've made a herbal vinegar that I don't think I put the video out yet, so I need to put that out too. But I've been chopping these, specifically the purple basil, because the vinegar is like a pretty deep rose color. And so I'm gonna do another chop, probably take it down about halfway, so that they can bush out even more, but still tell the plant is not ready to make seeds. And just depending on how that go. I have some compact basil that's in our container garden seed kit that we have at AuyannaPlants.com that I have started from seed. So even if these kind of get a little bit tired midsummer, we have some more basil to pop in. But I do love this one, and I'll be growing it again. The very plant that I don't get a lot of seeds, I just tried this one this year. This is my first time growing this variety. It's called a curry blend basil. And so I only got one pack, and the one pack came with 10 seeds. They're pelleted seeds. And so what I did was I planted all of them. And the one, normally I'll get 2 or 3 packages, especially if it's like 10 seeds in there. But I was like, let me try it. But they come with the purple basil, it comes with the Genovese basil, and it also comes with the lettuce leaf. Let me get this way. A lettuce leaf basil that I think is really cool. So I got these from Territorial Seed. So I'll go on there and try to see. And I remember getting them last year, and I only got one pack because I was like, let me just try it because I love Genovese basil. Like that's my favorite. And I think I love it because when we stayed in Naples, Italy, like that's more of a basil that's really pungent, and they use that a lot over there, the Genovese basil. And they have all different types of basil, but the purple really adds something to it as well. I want to say this is called purple ruffles or either black opal. It's one of the two. But we're gonna get some basil, some pesto made and froze so that and also y'all, I come out here and I check my plants too. I was telling someone last night on live, let me show you really quick. See, this is a miniature sunflower as well, but that one had been taking a long time. So let me show you what I have to stay on now. And someone was saying, well, what kind? So I'm not sure what kind of worm it is, but it is one indeed. So I'm staying on top of this area over here because I don't know if you could see it. I see like it's worm droppings right here. That's where I was looking at last night. And the sun might be in the way, but it's a lot of worm droppings in here. Y'all see them? So I really need to come in and try to identify what it is, or most of the times I'll spray it with BT, but these are kind of, again, teetering out, but I'm still harvesting them every day. And I'm also going to use them in tea as well. So we'll see what is going on, but I got to just figure out what do I want to put in this area right here. This is supposed to be edible flowers and herbs, and I'm not sure. So if y'all have any suggestions, put it in the comments. What would be something good to put right here that's an edible flower or herb? So that'll be great. And I can't wait to this bloom. So probably when this goes out, these are going to start bloom. These are like a hot pink and a dark pink. I do have some red, but I was going to put the red in the pollinator garden. I have a lot of plants that I bought that were red, specifically for like the pollinators. So, I mean, I'm still going to put other colors in there, but that was one. And I think that's it, y'all. We've been just planting a few different things in the ground, and we're going to get some more things planted today. I don't know. I think I'm going to end up pulling this plant because I don't know if it'll be able to bounce back. I just really don't. I don't know. So I'll probably end up pulling that today. And I think I'll probably start some more seeds as well. But everything is growing, you know, and when it comes to the garden, y'all, you're going to have some stuff that flourishes and does well. Then you're going to have some things that struggle. And that's why I always say where you're at in the world, write down what has flourished in your garden. And there are just some things, no matter, every year I'll make sure that I put a place for it in the garden because it just does well here. Like some things do well, some things doesn't. So I make sure I make a note of that, and then I always leave a space where I can grow something new, grow something different. Now, I also want y'all to help me as well because oftentimes when I'm getting ready to place plants, so I was supposed to dig new ground yesterday, but I got to thinking about this gate and I was like, ugh, I don't know if I should put this right here because I can hear Chris saying some stuff about not being able to push the gate all the way open. But let me know what y'all think about these. This is the cat's pajamas, cat mint. Let me know what you think about it right here. So before I plant anything, I always, if it's like in a container like this, I'll leave it out here and walk by it, walk from different directions and see how they look before I plant it. That's probably why it takes me so long to plant, because we had some candy tuft here and I know it's a perennial, but I don't like the way it's looking. It looks like it's about to check out, and all of them are. But I do know that they come back, but I like for my garden to look a certain way, like all season long. And if it's gonna be looking like this and then come back later, I'll put it somewhere else. Cause this is like when you first walk into this gate, that's like what you see, and I don't like that. But what I do like about Proven Winter Plants is on the label, they will put suggestions on, things that you can pair it with. Now rose, they did have candy tuft, which that's what this is, but I just don't like the way this looks right here. They also have some daylilies, which we have over here that's growing that we started. Shasta daisy, evening primrose, stonecrop, tickseed. So these are the daylilies right here. Oh, and then this is the so I'm just trying to see, like, from a distance, like, would that look pretty? But the blooms are really pretty. And what I always do, y'all, I'm telling y'all, I was at the garden center yesterday. What I look for is perennials. I look for perennial plants, and a lot of times they don't look good because I have a newfound respect for the people that water at the garden center. I know I used to talk smack about them, but since I've had that waiting area right there waiting to plant, and the smaller the container, the more you have to water, it's a lot. Like this whole rack right here, like I have to come and water this at least twice a day so that I can keep them alive until it's ready to be planted. So I would like to go on record and say I'm sorry for talking smack about the people that work at the garden center, because you can't keep up, and they have loads and loads coming in all of the time. You can't keep up with that. I can't hardly keep up with what I got working and all of that stuff like that. But so I don't know where I was going with that. But anyway, oh yeah, that's what it was. So the perennial plants, a lot of people walk by and they look a little sad. Like they turn their nose up at it and they keep walking by. Somebody like me knows that it's a perennial. And I also know that proven winners for me have a good track record of their plants bouncing back. I bought some, I just deadheaded them yesterday, but I stand by them. They don't even know, like I'm not sponsored or anything, but I know when I buy perennials and they look a little bit sad, when they come, they do bounce back. They have a good bounce back rate to me. And so I'm looking at this mulch, and you can tell that slugs have just been slugging all the way down. But I'm thinking about putting that there, and I do have to call David Austin customer service. That's on my list too, because now these Olivia Austin roses are looking good, but this one back here, y'all, is gone. And they do replace, they have like a 5-year warranty. This is the James Austin right here. So what I had was like a James Austin right here. And then this one is starting to come out. This is the one that I didn't even think was gonna make it right here. Let me see, because some of these roses, their thorns are, okay, so this is the Gabriel Oak, and then that's another James Austin right here. But this one, and then this is the Olivia Austin over here, but this one right here, it checked out. So I have 2 so far that didn't make it, so we'll see what we're going to do about that. And then my cone flowers, they were pink. They trying. And what I have to remember is I had these really, really tiny. They were really small, and I have to give them time. That's why I have such a huge space in between these. But once these all come together, And something's eating that one too. Once these all come together, I am going there. It's going to look full and it's going to look nice. But I do think that I am going to put the cat mint right here. I hope the cats don't jump the fence and come in. We'll see. But let me show y'all real quick what I'm talking about. This was one of the first places, and I'll do a video on this one because I do have to clean up and I have to clean this water fountain up. But let me show you this really quick. When this was one of the first areas that I dug when we moved here last year, all of these were clearance plants, every last one. So that's why I say, don't turn your nose up. Just look past a lot of things. But so the phlox is blooming right here. And then these are the Veronica Speedwell, which I'm telling you, the bees are all over this. And then we bought like some daylilies. I think these were like $1 at the end of the season right here. And so I just went perennial clearance shopping crazy. And it didn't cost a lot. It just cost me a lot of, some of my time to dig this area up. And I really got to come in and clean this out and clean that water fountain out so I can get that back running. But I can truly say that this whole little area right here were clearance plants. And they didn't look good when I got them. But perennials, when you first get them off the clearance rack, they don't look good. They look like they was about to check out. But I use Biotone, slow release fertilizer, and we just came, and they weren't this big last year. So we just came and just kept working with them. They died back over the winter months, and then they came back up strong. And I just love this color daylily. So we did like alternate this color and then like a yellow, and then so we just kind of alternated based on what was honey, what was that? Oh, that was some type of bug. Based on what was available, and I just had to work with what I had. But I'm thinking like for $1, $2 a plant, and then they come back out like this the next year. Like you can't, I can't beat it. I can't beat it. Now there's some plants I will pay full price for. It just depends. It depends on how much I love it. But these right here, they weren't being watered and they looked really crunchy, but we came back and got them right. So I just wanted to share that with y'all this morning. And it's a great thing to be able to look. See, y'all, when I walk in, y'all comment. Let me know. Let me know. I'm not going to plant these today. I like to look at it maybe for like 2 or 3 days, and then I will make a decision, because that's what happened with these gumfrinas right here. So I had them in a tray and I was like, oh, I think that would look nice with the deeper hot pink and the purple and then the light pink. And so I put these in Friday, and so I'm eager to see those grow as well with my little garden friend right here. And the bees love this salvia too. So we'll see. I'm just waiting for my cone flowers to really take off. And then I did have one more daylily right here that didn't make it, but I do have some extra. But the only thing I have to wait to see is what color, because y'all know I'm working on my labeling issue. I don't know what is wrong with me with labeling. But they're like an alternate of like I want to say a pink and then like a pink and white, but I don't know which one I put right here. So I'm waiting for these to bloom so that I can know what to put back right here. And then we'll have, I think this, and see, I don't know if we had like a dark pink and then we had a light pink. I want to say this is probably light pink, but it could be dark. So I'm waiting for this bloom to come so that I can maybe pop some in until we get like the roses to really start to fill out. This wind feels good, and I hope it rains. They keep teasing us, talking about it's gonna rain, and I don't know, we'll see. But so yeah, y'all put in the comments, let me know. I'm gonna go ahead and water some of these plants because I'm not going to go off of, yeah, it's going to rain. They said it was today, but we don't know. That's how it goes. And then I also got some more clearance plants, y'all, that I got to place too. These are I think these are like the allium right here, the millennium garlic. So they have these purple blooms that come up. And so we will see with that as well. But let me go and grab my little basket for this morning's harvest. I'm going to go and eat just a little breakfast because yesterday I was out here, y'all, and I got a little bit shaky and I was like, I guess maybe I need to eat. So I'm going to eat first. I'm going to do right this morning. And then I'll come back out here. Hopefully it'll be a nice overcast so I can get a lot of things done. But we got our sunflower and I can't wait for all of these to like fill in. And all of these tomatoes, except for these two, like these are indeterminate. So I got to come do some clips. And then all of these are determinate tomatoes, but they're doing really good. They're doing great. And so I'm going to grab my little basket right here. I'm going to go in and I hope y'all have an amazing Sunday. Today we will have a video coming out today as well where we did kind of like a patio refresh and popped in some plants. But I'm loving all the color. I can't wait till like June and July because everything is starting to take off. And I'm just loving these hanging baskets as well, y'all. These are kind of like my favorite when I look out the window. But once again, we got a little budworm problem here. I need to spray with BT again, get that up under control. And then a lot of things are starting to bloom, like this rudbeckia that we started from seed. And I don't know, y'all, they have annual rudbeckias and they also have perennial rudbeckias. And I got to figure out which one this is right here. But this bloom was teasing me too. It finally came out. But we started this whole row right here from seed. And then we started these zinnias from seed too. So everything is looking nice and colorful. And one more thing before I leave, y'all. So I was on live last night talking about when you do the hybrid. Sometimes when you start things from seed and it's the hybrid, uh, sometimes it'll revert back to like one of the parent plants. And so one lady was saying, how did I get this to have purple and white? They're not supposed to be. This was and actually this variety of petunia, it was called Spellbound White. But when you look at the picture online, they had like the purple lines like really coming out of the throat, and you get it a little bit, but you really have to look in there. But she was wondering how I got purple on there, and I'm like, that's because it reverted back to like part of the parent, one of the parent plants. So we started that one from seed, but it's not supposed to be like purple and white. It's really supposed to be all white with little purple like squiggly lines coming out, but the lines are more on the inside as well. But I still like it, and I didn't realize that they kind of climb like this either. Most of the petunias that I've known, they either like trail over or something like this. I've had to talk this one real. It keeps bothering this one, and I have to move it off of there because I notice when it's right on it, it kind of struggles a little bit. You see how this one is like a little bit further along? So I keep moving this off, but the way it's shaped, it's hard, and I don't want to break it because I really want this to like trail over. But most of the petunias I know they trail, but this one is actually like climbing a little bit. But I still think it looks good together. But that's where your hybrid comes in at. And I'll never forget that I bought a lunchbox pepper red hybrid plant. And the very first pepper on there was the regular, normal bell pepper, regular. And then after that, all of the other ones came as like the little lunchbox pepper. So it's cool. It's really cool. But I do like this area right here. Is nice. It's colorful. And I can't wait. Now these tomatoes are making me wait as well. We're getting lots of blooms. And I just put out a video with what we had used. And so I'm documenting that. But we did get rain like twice that week. Because I tell anybody, when it rains, your plants like really take off. So I need to come in and just do a little bit more clipping. But it's up to the top of the trellis now. So either I'm going to have to get a step ladder and kind of make it go over. But then this one is going to meet that as well. But we'll figure it out. But I see right down here, like two are trying to get right. But this is always the hardest part for me, like the waiting. I'm like, okay, y'all, come on now, start turning so that I can start eating you. But it's gonna be it'll be good. So I hope y'all have a good day. Stay safe, and we'll talk again soon because the sun is getting where I can't see the camera. So I hope it's focusing okay, y'all. So let me go get my stuff in, and y'all be safe, and we'll talk soon. Bye, y'all.